long weekend. Yeah, for sure. I saw there was a bunch of teams in. Should be a lot of fun. Best of 5 too, so it's gonna be a good long day of playing. Yeah, I'm about to say I watched the past two with Ram Management and then the one with Sloth Mountain Simulation.
Yeah, I actually just finished watching that one. What's going on, man? Yeah, Team Zero and then Zero White with Nevin.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent him a Discord message earlier, just seeing if he was awake. Yesterday, he woke up a little early, thinking that the interview was yesterday. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I messaged him on Twitter right now, but he's not responding. Yeah. Oh, good. Mhm.
Oh man, I've been up since 7 o'clock
I was about to
Eastern.
say I figured.
North Carolina.
Yeah, and I'm in Alabama. Way down south. Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't get much of that down here. Mm, not really. I don't think. You got something up.
Nah, I can't think of anything.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it gives us a lot more scrims and stuff like that, which is always good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Uh, if you split it, yeah, because if you split it between 5 people, it's only like 20 bucks a piece. So I don't know about other teams, but I feel like that our team wouldn't have a problem with that. But it just depends, you know. I know CMG and them do a lot of the 2Ks and stuff, but I'm not sure. I can't. I'm not actually 100% sure how much the entry for those are. I would have to look. Yeah, for sure. Huh.
Scene. All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Beyond the Sticks. I'm your host, Mr. Relentless. Today we are sitting down with the Bell and Lopsided. Lopsided being the owner of Zero, the Bell being captain for Team Zero. Iamnevian should be here soon if he does come in, but he is the captain of Zero White. That is correct?
Yes.
Yes, right on. So, okay, let's start off with Lopsided. Why don't you introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about you and what you do, how you came into this position, and just some background.
Yeah, sure, man. So as you just introduced me, I appreciate it.
Hey, no
Thank you for
worries.
having me on. But I'm the owner of Zero and Zero White with Nevin. Basically, we got started up probably around late October, early November of this past year, so 2018, relatively new. But basic background to me is I'm a gaming enthusiast that is not necessarily the best gamer out there. So I kind of realized that, and in my work life, real life, I am kind of a business consultant. So I decided to take my passion of gaming plus what I did for work, put the two together into something I enjoy outside of work, and basically started forming the Zero organization. So in the very beginning, went out, started doing some recruiting. Actually, came across Bell pretty much as of day one, along with Secretly Swift. Both guys with crazy passion for the game, some great skill with the game, and basically sat down with them and started forming this organization. Later, we came across Nevin, uh, as you guys know, absolutely incredible player. Um, and he's a little bit on the younger side, so we had some younger members in the team that we wanted the same opportunity with. So I got with Nevin and basically said, "Hey, how about you form your own team?" And that's where he basically came out with Zero White. Basically took that by the reins, and once again, Bell giving him the opportunity to take his team by the reins. And yeah, I think we got two pretty solid teams out there playing in your league, and can't wait to see what comes of it.
You know what? I tell you something. Me and you get a shit ton in common. I'm the same thing. I'm not the best gamer out there. I mean, I have my moments where I'm great, but then I just mainly it's just shit ass gameplay. Can't do it. Getting my ass wiped with these fucking younger guys. But I tell you, that's the exact same story as me. I work as a mechanic. You can look up Bakerized chainsaws, and you can see me on Google. We ship saws around the world just for hot saws. But that's what me and the owner of my real job had.
Mhm.
I started this relentless gaming thing, and then he liked what we were doing. He did the research onto esports industry itself, and seen that there is definitely opportunities there. So that's how we come about. And I have a huge passion for gaming. So me and you get to talk after the show. If you're business
Yeah, man.
consultant and everything, man. That's
Yeah, I
that's
know what.
awesome.
I don't mind saying it. I don't mind saying it. But yeah, so what I do in my normal job is I work with dentists and orthodontists as
Yeah.
far as their business practice. So basically, I work with them as far as processes, sales techniques, marketing campaigns, financing, all that kind of stuff.
That's
So
really
I've been,
interesting.
yeah. So I work with pretty much about 500 doctors up in the Northeast, from New
Wow.
York all the way up through Maine. And like I said, I do this. I feel like I'm pretty good at it. My numbers at work show that I'm pretty good at it.
Nice.
Um, Finance manager, my past jobs as well. So yeah.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I'd like to get some advice from you as to what we can do with Relentless, and just chat about it after the show, anyways.
Yeah,
But
man.
okay,
Well,
let's.
what you're doing is great, man. So,
What's up, cuties?
Bell, tell us about you. How you doing
All right.
and everything.
I'm doing well. Enjoying playing the games in the league. Had a lot of fun yesterday playing. We had a nice 3-0, so it went really well for us. Basically, my background in Call of Duty started back in MW2. I started playing at that moment and kind of fell in love with the franchise in a whole. My competitive background, actually, as far as playing, is actually pretty like new. Throughout up to Black Ops 3, I really just got obsessed with watching it and kind of learning from that aspect of the game. And then when it came to World War II, I started like trying it out a little bit. Didn't really fall in love with it at that point. And then in this year, when Black Ops 4 came out, I kind of just said, I'm gonna give it my all. Really try to just invest into an org and try to see, how it goes. And I was just on the Call of Duty forums, happened across a few different teams, and Lopsided just kind of impressed me with his game plan for the team. Me and him sat down from early stage of the org and kind of just talked about both of our goals. I think we both push each other a lot in both of our jobs, as him as the owner and me as the captain. And from that point, we've come a long way. I mean, we got Team Zero White, which is doing very well, led by Nevin, who finally joined us. Thank you. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's all looking really good right now. I think we both have some pretty good teams that are competing in the league right now. I have a lot of faith that both of us will place very highly whenever it comes playoff time. But yeah, I mean, that's about all my history with the Call of Duty and the org, and I'm just really excited to see where the org goes.
Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. You know what? If you don't mind me saying, a whole new level of respect for Zero that I got going right now. See, if you don't know the background story of teams, you really don't know them, right? And
For sure.
Yeah,
before, I would have never known you guys had an owner who was skilled in what he does. I would have never known how confident, or just by talking to you, Bell, as to how you act and how your standard of player is until I spoke with you. You guys seem like two great individuals in Call of Duty, basically in the esports industry, and it's fantastic to see other players and other org owners out there who have this passion for the game. It's not found much. You see a lot of people that are just basically assholes out there, and they're there to play, and they're there to cause issues and just smack talk. But you guys really seem like you got your shit under control.
Most of the time.
Yeah, I would say from day one of the things that I found between Nevin and Bell with both of them is how respectful they are as people, how honest they are as people, and once again, just sitting down with both of them, knowing that's kind of like what we wanted to do and where our goals were, where our mindsets were 100% the exact same. So at that moment, me just kind of handing over and saying to Bell or Nevin, do what you want, do what you do. You guys have the same mindset. I'm all down for whatever you guys, and I trust what you guys want to do. So
Nice. That's really good when you get a good team behind you like that. See, we got Pervy Sage up here in the chat. Yeah, Pervy's another great example of us too. Like how you're saying, he really puts some effort in and knows his limits. What do you guys think of the RGL compared? If I know your history now, it doesn't go back far as a team being Zero or Zero White. But what do you guys think of for playing in the RGL? If you guys play in other orgs, what's the comparison, or what's just your general view of this?
I think it's a pretty good place for us to come, like, pretty consistently to get practice. I think the more and more that it goes along, there's more like good teams joining, which is always good because I don't think anybody wants to just be playing like teams that you don't have a chance like against. So it's good getting better and better teams in here. It gives us a lot more good practice because I know for our team especially, we're preparing to try to compete in Anaheim. So the more teams we have to team scrim every day and try to just get better by the day is always good for us. And then also it just fuels us to have some kind of like thing that we're working towards, a little bit of competitivity to like keep us like working hard so that we can try to win in the playoffs here and then take that into Anaheim and compete at a high level there.
Nice, nice. That's interesting. What about you, Lopsided?
Yeah, I think what you're doing is absolutely great. I think the rate of growth that you're doing, and especially like with the whole tournament aspect and giving extra exposure there, I think it's great ideas. You know, you're just going to see higher level teams start coming in, especially trying to compete for that money. So it's always going to be upping. It's always growing. It's, you know, I can't wait to see some of the teams that are going to be coming in and look forward to some of the battles that we'll have.
Oh, it's gonna get epic. We get so many plans. It's just we're at the stage of building it now before we make bigger jumps to bigger prize tournaments. It's definitely a lot of work. Like last night, I was up here till 3 in the morning, and the night before I was up till 5 in the morning. And it's just constantly doing work, and we get some really good news coming with sponsorships coming to the RG League. That's going to really benefit the players as well. It'll get you guys some really good deals on some gear and equipment. That was our biggest thing when we applied for sponsors, is that we're not applying ourselves as a team. We're applying ourselves as a group that is surrounded by a bunch of young, great, energetic talent that we can all show ourselves to, or who all this talent has all that opportunity to show themselves off to the world as they're podcasted. And a lot of these sponsor companies really like this idea. They know obviously it's not the first league out there, but we're doing different things than other leagues, which is what they seem to like. And I found by approaching sponsors, they really like leagues that want to work for the players, and that's what we're here for. We're here to work for the players. We're here to promote you guys, help everybody get their step going on to the CWL or to wherever they want to go in the esports industry.
Yeah, definitely.
Going on from there, why don't you tell us about gameplay now? What's any strategies you use? Any tips you can give there, Bell, on as to what you do? What gun do you run with? What roles do you play? How do you manage your team to be successful?
Well, we actually have gone over like a lot of role changes over the past few months because we had a full five about a month and a half ago. We had some issues come up with some of the players, and we had to reevaluate our roster. Me and Swift are actually the only people that stayed on from that original roster because me and Swift have been with the team for a long time. We have a lot of trust in each other with any gun. And we picked up Drew and Jack, and then now we're looking at picking up Geo most likely. And I actually ended up switching back from the Maddox role I was playing, switched back to the Stog, which has been a really good thing for me. I think from my aggressive play style, that's really helped out a lot. Swift actually switched also back from a Maddox to a Stog, and then we've been running Drew as an ICR, Jack and Geo as our main Maddoxes, and it's been working really well in scrims and also in the matches this last weekend.
Nice. What who's the biggest competition for you right now? Have any rivals going on? Any hard feelings between teams?
I feel like Nevin and me both can agree that we have a little bit of a rivalry with Rim. I don't know if I would consider them our biggest competition, but if we're talking about competition wise, I would say probably Sacred. Yeah, Sacred has a really good team. They've showed that they can play very well at especially like against us. I know that Nevin and them ended up getting the best of them last weekend, and I'm hoping that we can end up getting to play them soon. We've scrimmed them a few times, and they've been really good matches. So I know there's a level of respect there between their players as I watched their beyond the sticks as well, and they seem to have a lot of respect for us. So we always show respect to them as well, and recognize that they're a really good team.
Yeah, there's almost like the unwritten rule of gaming is to respect your other players, and you get better gameplay or that. When you have a team that can compete with you, there's definitely that respect there.
Yeah, for sure.
What happened to Sacred? What do you think happened to them this weekend? They didn't do so well.
It's probably because of the roster change. I mean, when you make a roster change, team chem really just breaks down.
Yeah.
And the pacing is really different.
Yeah. It'll be a couple weeks, if not next season, before I think that they get into a winning area again with that big change they made. Now, Straight Luck, he must have known. I figured Straight Luck knew these people. His new team with Bushido, so
Yeah, Bushido.
he must have known them and played with them a fair amount of time before to get to do as good as they did, because they did really good. What's what do you guys think you get in store for the future? What can we expect to see from you guys in the future? Would you come back for season 2? What would you guys like to see for prize? Just fill us in.
I'm about to say, you want to start it off, Lop, and then I'll kind of go on.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as far as what you guys are doing, I think it's great. I would like to see a little bit of expansion more as far as more tourneys and stuff out there. From an organization, what we're up to, we're going to be launching our website. We launched our Twitter recently, and apparel's coming out, so that's some pretty exciting stuff for us. That should be happening over the next.
Send me the link when you get
few
that.
months.
I want to buy some clothes.
Hell yeah, man! I'm definitely down. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter, and you'll hear all the updates. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as the league, honestly, I think we can all agree that it would be good to get back into it next season, especially with the cash prize for winning and stuff, and then also just as it expands. But I would, as far as what we'd like to see in the future, I can't speak for Nevin. I'm sure he has some that he would like to say as well. But I would say more of a situations like we did just recently where we applied the GAs, just more things we can do to make it more similar to the lands that some of these teams are going to go to play at, and how the pros are playing, making it best of 5 on a regular, and just making it more of a situation where when you go to those lands after playing in the league, it's going to be a hand-in-hand thing, so there's not like a big difference between the rule sets from between the two.
That is great feedback. That is fantastic. Yeah, we definitely should be, if we want to be one of the lead amateur teams, I can totally agree with you there. Is things should be, if you were to transition from amateur league to pro league, you'd want it as smooth and as general as possible, so you're well prepared.
100%.
Yeah. Another thing is having a consistent pool, like not switching it up every single week, so we could literally just study one team in our pool. Be better, and organizing maps, letting us know what maps we're gonna have, is probably gonna be better.
Yeah, I thought about that too. The veto system would be a good thing to apply, so that.
Yeah, and then not cramming in at least 5 games a single day, because some people are busy and they gotta leave.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, spreading out the games different days would be better.
I'm just writing this stuff down. I like to take my notes. What if our next season we're toying around with the idea of league play will start at a certain period, say Nevin is not here at the moment, Justice. He's hopefully going to join in with us.
I'm right here.
Yeah, that was Nevin. Nevin's here.
Oh, perfect. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Never even noticed, my bad. Next season we're going, so we get Nevin here anyways. Next season I gotta get up on here. I'm gonna put up the Discord thing where it highlights up when you talk, so everybody knows exactly who is talking. That'll be up here for next show. Yeah, so next season we're toying with the idea that league play starts, it stays the same, you just enter one tournament on the site, right? So it's just you join up on that one there. It goes right straight through for say 2 months, and it'll schedule your matches. We can set the matches to be 3 times a week, bi-weekly, 1 time a week, and we can set the times for it. We could set them for evenings whenever we want, and we could just start it and let it go for 2 months. That way you would know everything for the next 2 months. It'll make up the whole schedule. I'm thinking that will go for next season, and it would be better because it'll give, like you say, it'll show you your schedule, it'll show you your maps. You won't play 5 matches a day. It'll be 1 match here, 1 match there, and 1 match there. What do you guys think of that? Think that'd work better?
Yeah. It sounds pretty good. Sounds a lot like kind of the sports aspect, how they do their games throughout the season.
Yeah, it would be a bit more, and then it's not so much on one day of the week. Always this one day, we can change them up and move them around.
Yeah.
What do you guys what do you guys use for guns? Nevin, Bell, Lopsided, even you when you play, what do you use?
Oh man, I'll put that on hold. I'll let Bell and Evan answer that first.
All right.
I think I run a SOG at the moment, and I run Ruin and Grapple, which I've been trying to get better at. I was getting flamed in my Twitch chat the other day when we were playing League, so I've gotten a lot better with it and just learning it more as a role.
Yeah, just hold on here 1 second. What's up? Okay.
Freaking Bob. You ask what he uses.
All right, sorry about that. Hey, you got on upstairs, okay? What?
Man, Lop lost full when he was playing League Play yesterday.
Yeah, I'll be up in a minute. Alrighty, sorry about that. Got the young Grims at work right now, so.
Yep.
Okay, so what's your worst case? What do you hate to use? What's your worst gun?
My case is Maddox because I can't control the recoil pattern on it.
Yeah.
So I can't really have a consistent shot with it, and I just suck with it in the medium range.
I would say for me it would have to be, man. If I run a SOG, so I guess if I pick up an icy at the moment, my sense is so high I can't. It's hard for me to aim with it. So
Yeah.
that's probably my worst at the moment.
Okay. So, what do you guys plan on? What if when you guys practice? What do you plan on working on?
Yeah, go ahead.
What we do, we're practicing on breaks. Literally, we'll have a team just control the hill, and we'll just practice breaking the hill. So we just give it up and like control our spawns on the other side or like a bad spawn.
That's a damn good idea.
Yeah, I think our main thing right now is doing the same as far as breaks, because I know on like Arsenal control for us especially, we have a lot of issues trying to break a hold on like either of the sites. So we've been working on that, and then also kind of working into looking into different setups for holding points that can make the team spawn as far away as possible. Because I know I was playing a league match the other day, and the team killed me and I spawned all the way across the map, which I never
Yeah.
had before. So I instantly screenshotted the mini map and sent it to the team, and I was like, "Yo, we got to like figure out some kind of setup where we're in this position so that they'll spawn 15 seconds out because they can't even contest at all at that point."
Yeah. You always want to keep one guy in that spawn point. Try to hold somebody back there, and then you keep your spawn. It's so much easier when you can respawn right close to the hill.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely that's one of the biggest advantages you can get if you can spawn next to it. As far as players in the other league, if you guys were to get another player on your team, if there was somebody else in the league, who would it be that you guys would be looking for?
Nobody. I like my team.
Yeah, I think we're both pretty content with our teams. As far as like the best players in the league, I know Sloth Mountain and Simulations are both really good on Sacred. I know when we played them, they played very well. Any other players? I can't really think. I know Simply is a good SOG.
Shout out
He
to the
was
boy Stadium.
Yeah. There's a few good players on all the teams, but you know it's kind of hard to tell it sometimes because you might not be getting in a lot of gunfights with them.
Yeah. Did I tell you who you got to look out for is Furious Bud. He was in here on. Shit, what?
Oh,
team
he's
was...
on generic.
Yeah.
With Insidium.
Damn, man, he did crazy shit.
Yeah, generic has I think they have a new roster now.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
but say I don't even think I've seen them play, so it'll be
No, yeah,
interesting.
they played for a bit, and I believe they were undefeated. Then they came back here just this week, and damn, that was pretty good. It was nice to see them back again.
Yeah, they have a really good team. Like, not gonna lie.
Yeah, they do. It'll be cool to see how things turn out here in the finals tournament.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you guys get? Say anything you guys get on your mind you want to talk about?
Well,
I'm about to say, yeah, go ahead.
The only thing I was going to say is sponsorships. Kind of going back on that, as far as the organization that you're looking into, I think that's an absolutely great idea. I know I've kind of been looking into it for us as well, and to me, the one thing that stands out is the following that you have, and kind of that image that you put up, which I think I kind of beat a dead horse with our teams when I always talk about that, but I think that would be absolutely great, bringing something like that to the league, to be able to give exposure to these players that you know uh, from looking into sponsorships, it's a challenging thing when you don't have a huge following.
Yeah.
For some players, their skill set, how they play in the league, to give them that kind of exposure, I think that's great. So.
Yeah. And they're just like, not to make it sound the bad way, but the way the sponsorships companies look at it, they're like, oh, well, we have all this young talent we can try to sell our stuff to, right?
Mm.
And that's, yeah, that's good. You pick them up, but that's not actually like, yeah, we'll take it just to have it, but it's not actually the sponsorship we're really looking for. We're not looking to sell a product. We're looking to help provide a good product to help the talent grow.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
I
for
totally
sure.
understand it from a business side. They'd be looking to sell it. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. But we still want that company that's passionate, just as you guys are about esports,
Exactly.
who wants to put their part into it to help grow the industry. Heck, Relentless may never get there, but as long as we've done the best that we could do to put our part into growing the industry, I'm totally happy. I'm very happy.
And it's a. Mhm.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say it's very much two-sided.
Yeah.
Like that sponsor has to be as bought into you as you are into them.
Yeah.
You got to be as much wanting to represent them as they want to represent you. So.
Yes, very true, very true. And we want our players, like all of our players here in the league, to have opportunities, and we want to be able to showcase that we're giving these great opportunities here, and that in itself should just help draw people in to play and people to want to stay here and enjoy it. I'm actually doing at the University of California this year. I'll be doing the esports management course.
Nice.
It's going to be really cool. It was one of the first esports courses well, year and a half ago when I found it. It was one of the first ones out there to do that had a university degree to it. But there's probably is by now. There's probably multiple more ones. But this one here looked really interesting. I'm excited to do it, to see what I can learn from it. And I think it'll help benefit everybody, because we're just going to apply what we get out of it to the league and to helping all these players grow and get to where they want to be, which is obviously most people just want to be CWL, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. Shout out Swift in the chat, holding up the team. True too.
One thing I want to say is the people who don't even compete in the league anymore, I just don't see why they're still like in the playoff picture. They don't even play anymore.
Yeah, they're just they're up there on the scoreboards, because I know Do Not Cost can come out of it, that's for sure. But some of these teams like Generic, they come and they go, and we get, since we weren't that big at the start, we had to give all these teams the opportunity to play this weekend, not this weekend and that weekend. That's why we register every week, because since a lot of these teams, not a lot now, but at the beginning, some of these teams were just made up teams with just people that just met each other. So you don't know how long they're going to last. They might come back. They might come in and come out and whatever. So we had to do that, because otherwise, if we didn't keep them, maybe some weeks we might not have any teams to play, right? That was the worry. Now that we're getting somewheres with teams that are actually like you guys, stick together, you get well, Generic, they wouldn't be a great example. They just came back. Well, they'd be example on the opposite side of this. Then you have teams like, Jesus, my mind just went blank there. Yeah, you get teams like S7E Alpha, you get Evasive Esports. Evasive plays, but they don't really play in here with us. They have a great org, and you just get, let's see, let's go through them. Get scheme
Like, do not
king
cost. I
trauma.
think they played 1 week and they didn't play anymore because they're 4-0.
Yeah.
I mean, we just knocked them out of the playoff picture, but
Yep, a lot of these teams, once they get in there, they seem to just give up. If they lose, they give up and they just leave. And that's a negative way for them to view their experience here or with any league, is because they're not going to get anywhere if they just give up. You want to play them harder teams. But yeah, next season we'll be eliminating all the players that don't play, because our following now is big enough, and it will it'll take off. I'm sure of it.
yeah, I think like getting better teams in here would be better as a competition.
Yep. And that's the point of putting the tournaments on the challenge site, is because challenge has a lot more bigger following for players on there to draw their teams into the league, and that's the main thing that we're looking at. And that's what that did. I think we picked up 4 or 5 teams here in the last few days.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's always that risky part of it when these teams join, is what are they going to act like the Discord? Damn, that shit can get bad.
I mean, the Discord chat's just really just one person talks smack, and then it literally just someone defending themselves, and it just starts going even worse.
Yeah,
it does.
Literally that thing with Rem, like I think it was 2 days ago, like Grimmy just opened his mouth out of nowhere, and I'm not gonna take his shit. Like, especially if his team's not beating us.
Yeah, I seen that there in the Twitter, as you guys could see that I said something, and I thank you, Nevin, there for saying what you said in defense. It's a shame to see that stuff happen, but yeah, I mean, and I totally understand. I'm not one to back down either. If somebody says something, I'm definitely going to say something back. It's just not the type of person who I'm not, and there's very few people that don't say anything back. And I actually can't stand it when somebody won't argue with me. That kind of bothers me. It's like, seriously, I'm saying something to you? Defend yourself. Come on now.
We wanted to make it really clear. We're not like, we don't have any hatred towards the Rim team or anything. They haven't been disrespectful to us, or at least not me personally. We were just kind of back and forth and with Grimmy, but that's in the past now.
Yeah, and everybody will have times where they disagree and they don't get along, and RIM is a great organization. As you guys probably seen there, Beyond the Sticks, they are very well organized. They have a lot of history to them, and I respect them. I like them. There's now some things that some people do. I can't pick on, like you say, certain individuals into it to reflect on their whole team as things happen with teams. What do you guys think of what happened with Neurotic or Crusaders, or I don't know, they had about 10 different team names, but they always used to stick together. I'm talking about Easy, Optimal, and Poonswagger.
They split up.
Yeah. What do you guys think of that? Did you guys think they were a decent team to begin with?
I know Easy Poon are really good players. We tried to pick up Poon when they split up, but I can't really just take the time for wait for Poon and be a second choice.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to have him on my teams. I don't know. I just can't wait anymore. I'm trying to just push forward in our team.
Yeah, you can't. If somebody's not all in, they're not in.
Yeah.
As far as skill wise, do you think it was a good idea for Easy to separate from them, or?
I don't think so, because I heard that he's playing with people that aren't on the same skill level as Poon.
Yeah. Poonswagger is a really great player, and it sucks that we don't see him here now in the weekend basis. So you guys playing in the $500 today, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the same site as Zero. So if we keep winning, we're gonna meet each other around 3 in the winners bracket.
For real? I didn't even notice.
I'm going to the bracket will all get randomized. I'll hit the randomize button before it starts, and I'll.
Oh really? Wait, it's gonna reach.
Go ahead.
Wait, it's gonna restart the bracket.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to play against Rem, but whatever.
Let's take a look at where
you could get it. You can still get them.
Here. I just don't want to have it. I'll make it sure that you guys don't play each other in the first round.
Oh
right?
no, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but First round would
Tournament
be
to
a little
tournament.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that wouldn't be quite so fair.
But at the same time, you got to be fair to
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. I must say, you definitely don't want to
if you
like make it
decide
unfair.
Random is
Yeah.
random. So.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
Fair.
put yous on both opposite ends of the
Yeah.
bracket here. That wouldn't be quite fair. But I'll hit the randomize button, and I'm sure it won't put yous together the first match. That'd be really bad luck if it did. But you never know. Worse things have happened. Yeah, there's 19 teams on there right now. This is going to be a long day. The last time we did a $500 one, I don't think you guys were here, but the Crusaders, being Easy, Optimal, and Poonswager, they were the team that won it. I believe they were the main ones that first came into this league with that higher skill level, and it really brought it. That's where it all started. That's why I have a lot of respect for them, and I'm really disappointed to see that they're broken up. Is because they were the originals. They were the ones that came here and they helped build this, just as you guys helped build this. That's why we have so much respect for all you players, because you helped build something. And this is not just mine. This is ours. The RGL is everybody's. This is everybody's place to play. Now, with this $500 tournament today, the last one went to like 2 in the morning. It was big.
Oof.
Yeah, but I think we started at like 5 or 6. So hopefully with this 1 o'clock go time, it'll go a bit quicker. But if you look at it yesterday, I streamed 4 rounds because we had SM&E dropped out. It took 3.5 hours to stream less than 12 matches. It's going to be long. It's going to be an endurance race, basically, I think. There's what do you guys think? Does fatigue play in on you guys at a tournament of this level?
I don't know if it depends on how long it goes. I think everybody like gets a little like monotonous after playing it for 5 hours straight, but as long as you're like winning and especially keeping the morale up, I mean, it's kind of, you have to be looking a lot of places when you play, so it kind of keeps you awake and stuff. And I know us for a fact, like the A team, we practice 11 to 2 every weekday, so
Nice.
that would be right in our time zone.
Nice. Perfect.
I think for us, we might start like a little slow, and then as soon as we start winning, we'll just pop off and keep going like a steamroll.
Yeah, and I think it was kind of like honestly in the elite match between Nevin and Bell yesterday, where it's just going to be a matter of who can contain focus the longest.
Yeah,
in that
definitely.
search and destroy match, it kind of broke down to that. Who was focused, and when Nevin's team went down, they got super focused, and Bell's team kind of slacked off.
Yeah.
Almost took a 4-2 S&D. No, 4-1 S&D.
It was 4-1.
So
almost had it. But...
I think that's going to play a giant factor with all teams, though. Is just who can keep that composure and maintain the focus the longest.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be a huge factor. I think it's definitely focus, and it's. If you're not a solid team that's looking to come in and bring your best competitive skill here today, it's not going to go far. If you're just casual, I don't think today's for the casual player. Though it is good. Not saying that the RGL does not have casual player events, but I don't think today's going to be a casual person's win.
No, it's $500.
Yeah. After a few rounds, a few hours, I think those players that aren't used to it are going to start fatiguing and lose that focus pretty hard. So
yeah, very, very true, very true. What do you guys think if we were to ever do in league play warm-up rounds? Some people brought this to my attention. Now,
what?
Yeah, they say a warm-up round before the event. Now, I pretty much think you can warm up by yourself.
If you
get your team together and warm up, we don't.
I mean, I'm about to say everybody's playing in the league pretty like consistently. If you can't find a scrim before the matches, that's just not communicating, or you got a lot of enemies in the league.
Yeah, pretty much. What did you guys think of I'm Better Than You? Tell me your honest truth.
I was playing, dude. He's a pretty good player. I played with him a couple times. He's really good.
Yeah, he's a good player. I've never had any problems with him, but I know a lot of people get in a lot of arguments with him in the Discord. But I usually just laugh at that and just.
I think he was very misunderstood.
Yeah.
From
then
his,
has
I think
ego.
he's just not the person that should be texting. He should be voice talking. Because he says totally different when you're talking to him. He's a very respectful person to play with, I believe. Because I played with him on there a few times too, and he freaking wiped the board with me. But damn, yeah, no, he's a really good guy. He's actually getting married. That's why he's not here. I was talking to him a few times there, so congratulations to him. I hope everything goes well. And they have a very long marriage. Not like my first one who left me there at the wedding.
Dang.
That was bad. That was bad. But anyways, time goes on. What do you guys do outside the league? What do you do for fun?
Fun?
Just keep grinding, really. I mean,
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really do much else except for stream and then play the game.
Yeah.
Right
I mean,
on. That's
some
awesome.
other people are busy with work and school and just stuff like that.
Yeah.
And as soon as I go home, I just hop on.
Do you guys have are your Twitch accounts? I assume you guys stream to Twitch. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have affiliate, or are you just getting there? What's happening?
Close.
I'm
I'm at 60 followers, but I'm just looking for the average viewers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I was so close. It's just I needed 3 average viewers and I couldn't get it. And yesterday was my last day, so my stats reset.
Yeah, we can easily make that happen here. That's to get 3 average viewers is really is not at first. Yeah, when I first started streaming 2-3 years ago, then I gave up for a bit. When you have no following and you have no group around you, it's freaking hard to even get 3 average viewers to come up from nowheres. But yeah, if you guys want help with us, just send me a message when you guys go online, and we'll get in there. We'll check his out.
Sure.
All right.
And that it helps people out. We want to see you guys get to affiliate. It's with the league and the size that we have, we shouldn't have a problem with doing it, especially with our management staff. I'm sure they'd all be willing to pop in and check out your streams and watch for a bit. From there, you guys, I'm gonna say that's gonna be it for today. I got to get some bunch of prep work here done for the show coming up and do some streams. I think, you know what, I may start with who wants to go first? Let's Zero or Zero White. How are we gonna solve this here? I'm gonna stream one of yous first. Which one?
It don't matter. We'll be at the end of it, so you can stream us at the beginning or whatever.
All right, bro. Whatever you
That's what I
say.
fucking like to hear. Right on. I'm gonna be at the end of it.
Bro, we'll see you in the losers bracket.
Well, that means we both lost. What the hell?
Nah, we've been in grand finals. You come out of the losers bracket. It's cool.
Alright, baby.
And so what if it's both teams in the finals? You're gonna split the money between yous?
Oh, hell no. Hell
Nah.
no.
Nah.
Winner, nah. It goes to the winner. It's 100% going to the winner.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, winner takes all. Winner takes all. Alrighty,
About
guys.
to say, same or different team.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I'd like to thank you guys very much for stopping by Beyond the Sticks. This was Beyond the Sticks with Iamnevian, The Bell, and Lopsided. You guys got anything you want to say before we head out?
Just good luck to all teams today in the tournament, and look forward to more playing the league.
Right on. Alrighty, guys, we'll catch you later. Have fun today. And yeah, $500 tournament starts in less than an hour and a half, so we'll see you there.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys very much. Audio.